Hey everybody, welcome to the bee yard, Wild Tree Farms yard today. We're continuing our queen rearing journey. If you haven't seen the update, first round, we ended up with 0 takes. Super low number out of our 20 actually took, we thought, and then when we pulled the frames out, there was only 1 that actually became a cell, and then we believe that between the torrential downpours and poor setup of our 1 mating nuke, that one didn't survive. Queen never hatched. So not sure what happened, but we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep trying. Practice makes perfect, or practice makes better at least. No such thing as perfect, but we're gonna keep trying. So we're back out here with hive 4. This is the one we got queen excluder on. We have queen up here, no queen here, we believe. We're gonna check, we're gonna go through the whole thing, and then we're gonna set it up again as a queenless cell starter. Get all of the older brood, capped brood, and the majority of the bees into the queenless portion of it, which will be down here. We'll continue to have foragers build up. We're gonna organize the frames appropriately, the way we wanna do it, with bee bread and such right next to where the frames are going to go, or where the cells are going to go. But we're really going to take our time with this one today to just make sure it's organized right. Then we're going to get the queen up top here, which we believe she's already up top here anyway, so that she can continue to flourish. We're going to set it up with the double screen board out the back, and away we go. So that's the plan today for this hive, and then actually by the end of it, we're going to inspect everything in the yard here. And then by the end of the day, maybe we'll even leave and come back. We will then graft. We wanted to do this yesterday. We just didn't have the time. So then we're gonna come back, we'll graft and get this one set up the way we want it set up. So more to come, but we're gonna dive into this. All right. Lots and lots of bees up here, which is great. See what they're up to up here. If she's up here, should be slammed with brood and all that. This frame is really heavy, so I assume it's full of food. But it could be, and am wrong a lot of the time. And it's a huge frame of brood, which is awesome. We got several cups at the bottom of the frame. Nothing's charged. There's no eggs in them, just precautionary. But that is an awesome frame to go up top. I do see some eggs in here, but nothing too crazy. I'm gonna set up a box quick. Whoa, solid brood. Solid brood. That's gonna be super helpful as they start to hatch out. Honestly, this other frame had a couple of eggs in it, which I'm assuming means there's a couple more, because I'm sure I didn't see them all. So we may save that for the queen right portion. Really don't want any resources that we feel like they'll be able to build their own queen cells off of. This one looks awesome too. Tons of brood. Lots of resources over here. As you can see, tons of brood on that side. And then we'll keep like frames like this. So all the broods are already hatching out, and there's a lot of really young larvae in this frame. So this one is going to stay with the queen here. But it looks awesome. It's a great frame. Just not for the queen rearing box. This frame is super light, filled with brood, filled with eggs. No queen cells. Everybody seems pretty happy. Tons of eggs in this frame, so that's going to stick around here. Haven't seen the queen yet. This frame's got tons of eggs, lots of cups in the bottom of the frame. Nothing. Guessing it's got a bee in it. There is an egg laid in this one, so we're gonna take this opportunity to crush that. Otherwise, those are all empty. Eggs throughout here. Oh, there's our queen. So she's right there, and she's on a frame that I would normally keep up here, so that's fine. I'm gonna cage her up quick because that way we can shake bees without any fear of shaking her into anything. Set that there, grab this. Grab her. She is safely right there. That's good, but this frame's gonna stick with this grouping up top here. Now we know where the queen is. Everybody's happy. What's in this frame? A lot of eggs. Young larva hatching out, but then it's gonna stick up here. This one I feel like I can see a big old queen cell. It's a queen cell. And I do see that there's an egg laid in it, but we're gonna get rid of that. We don't need them to do anything with that. And that's okay. That just means that these bees are interested in making a queen, which is great. That's what we want them interested in. We're going to slide this over. And we're going to pop this box off. Go through this box, and this is where I'm going to put the capped brood, and we're going to shake a bunch of bees down into this part of the hive, because this is where we want this section to be absolutely packed with bees. Mostly resources up here. Because they haven't had a queen in these boxes to really do anything with. But this is where we're looking for the frames with the resources. So this frame, for example, awesome frame with a lot of great bee bread, pollen, resources. There is some what looks like brood. I'm trying to do the math and figuring out. Yeah, some purple-eyed brood. Which means it was just like moments from hatching, probably. I'm gonna put this over here just to get it out of the way. That's gonna go back in here because it's a great frame. Resources, fantastic on this one. So we ended up with, I think, two solid capped brood frames. I think this one had eggs in it. Yeah, we'll risk it. So we're gonna say 3. So we gotta end up taking out 3 of these frames, which is fine. Tons of bee bread on this one. This one's a great bee bread frame to put right up against the grafts. Okay, grafts are gonna go on 3. And that looks like a good resource frame of honey. I'm assuming that's probably what this second one is too, or the last one is too. Okay. So we got our system down. Now, we'll put brood frame in here. This is the resource room I just took out. We're fine here. Brood frame. And before we're going to slide this last brood frame into here. And that is our orientation that we want to keep. We may take out one more because they say we want a relatively empty frame, which that one is. So they can be drawing it out and not put a whole bunch of burr comb all over everything. Frames from the top box that was original, because it's a painted box, and I wanted to get it back in a lower orientation. Doesn't bring a lot of young bees, which is what we want. that, I've taken all the bees that I want to take from this. I'm going to grab this frame. This is what I want them to work on and build out with all their extra time and resources. And then in slot 3 here is where we're going to put the grafts. Double screen board goes on. They now think they're queenless. Put this box on here. They will be confused and have to start using this back entrance. A lot of resources in this hive. And now, this box, which I'll release the queen back into, will have a back entrance here. She's still in here doing great. We're going to release her. There she is. She's right here if you can see her. And she just dropped down, so she's back in her colony. The bottom box is all jazzed up. All that shaking, I literally had lost a whole bunch of little pollen pebbles. That was so cool. I'm gonna drop these bees off in here. And now we are gonna give them some time. Let them think they're queenless down here. There's a lot of bees down here now. Queen's up here, gonna do her thing, and she's gonna keep on doing her thing. And then I'm gonna go through, inspect the rest of the colonies, try and wait as long as possible. And then once I'm done with that, we'll either leave and come back. I want to give them a lot of time, but then we'll come back and graft, and then install those grafts into position 3 here, right next to the bee bread, right next to the resources, and just let them get at making those queens. Hey everybody, we're back. I don't know what I ended up catching from last time, yesterday or the day before. Actually, it rained all yesterday. For our queen rearing situation, but we have our double screen board in here. We have 19 queen cells grafted on Sunday. As you can see, this hive is packed. There's so many bees in here. We really packed them out. We organized the frames in such a way where there's pollen right next to the grafts. There's an empty frame for them to graft and grow and expand off of the wax so that we won't have a bunch of bridge comb. I believe I've done this in a much better fashion than I did last time. So we're super excited to get in here. It's been 2 days since we grafted. So we're going to swap this out for the queen excluder and turn this into a queen right finisher. And we're going to hope for the best. We didn't have a great take phase 1. Round 2 grafting, really hopeful for this. Really excited. Stick with us. Join me. Let's get into it and see what happened. Now, you weren't here, so yesterday or Sunday, whenever we did this, we took the majority of the bees, put them downstairs. Queen is upstairs with a bunch of bees as well, but we don't need to necessarily get into that colony. We can see there's definitely bees in here, but we don't need to bother them so much. We're going to take this off, set that over here, because this is really where we want to be. Tons of bees. But the double screen board makes them think that they're queenless, which is fine. It's the goal anyway, that they raise some really good queen cells. And let's see what they've done in these 2 days. Like I said, we had 19 cells here. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know what they're doing down here. We'll take a look inside them too to see. I don't see any royal jelly or anything in there. Definitely queens or queen larvae in these here. They don't necessarily love the brush, but you know what? It is what it is. Yes, we definitely got a lot of royal jelly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And they're packing in the royal jelly, so they're doing really well. They're building them out really well. Really excited about this. We're going to get this back in here. Let them keep doing their thing, but instead of the double screen board, we are going to set the queen excluder on here so that they become a queen right colony again. They start sharing queen pheromones. Grab the queen excluder so that the queen from the top box still can't get down and do any damage to the queen cells that are in here. So the hive remains in a queen right situation, or becomes a queen right situation. And away we go. We'll come back in the next weekend, pull those cells out, and take a look and make sure that, they're where they're at. They're where we want them to be. Well, that wraps up this round for now. We'll be back next weekend. We're going to start pulling cells out. We're going to get them into mating nukes. And we'll hopefully have way more success than 0 of 20. Right now we're looking at about 13, 14 out of 19, which is I'm very excited about. So stay tuned. Follow along next week when we get into them and find out how we did.